BillyTDetroit Radio. News, sports, entertainment, and a little foolishness.
Just a little foolishness, TJ. Just a little bit.
Small little pinch.
Just a pinch.
All right.
All right. And we are back. BillyTDetroit Radio. I am Billy T, and this is show number 110.
Yeah, 110.
110, TJ.
Yeah, we are there.
We're not there yet, but we're at 110.
Yeah.
It's March 29th. We're in the middle of March Madness. Michigan got knocked off.
I'm still waiting on State.
And Michigan State is playing tonight, so we'll see what happens.
It's about to be April, ain't they?
We also have the crew in the house. Rocky Road Productions in the building.
You know it.
And Miss Fifi with the new hairstyle.
That's right.
I think we need to get this.
Yes.
She look like look like the beehive. What is that going on your head, girl?
No, that ain't the beehive.
Yes.
What is on that head of yours?
This is my exotic swag I got going on.
Okay.
I'm exotic. Hey.
Okay, y'all gotta see this. I'm gonna go ahead and video. Y'all can check out Facebook and see Miss Fifi with her new hair.
Yeah, I'm over here exotic and everything.
How much did that cost? That's a big ordeal you got there.
Why have to cost a lot?
And how long did you look like Janet Jackson?
I do.
From 1989.
In Poetic Justice?
Yeah, there you go.
No, she had the dookie braid in Poetic Justice.
Close enough.
No, you asked how many packs of hair did that?
Yeah, there you go.
How many packs? No, for real. This is a lot because...
You right, it's a lot. Is it heavy?
I cannot stand you. No, because let me tell you. See, I got this new kind of hair, and they told me that it was already stretched out and it was lightweight. And they were not lying because I had a lot of hair on my head before, and it was heavy as hell. Like, I felt like somebody was sitting on my head Indian style, and I don't feel like that this time. So I think that this is a big improvement. But I had to go back to the beauty supply store like 3 times in the midst of getting my hair done. So I was looking real ragamuffin-y. And it was a total of 7 bags.
7 bags of hair, my God.
7 bags of hair.
That is insane. Why would you want that much of somebody else's hair on your head?
This is not hair. This ain't somebody else's.
That's horsehair?
This is something else's. I think this derived from plastic.
Oh, my God.
It ain't even horsehair, huh?
Yeah, so I'm walking around with a colored milk jug on my hair.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, this derived from plastic.
All right, that's enough
Speaking
of that.
Speaking of her hair.
But it's cute, though.
Speaking of her hair.
If you say so.
Khloe Kardashian
is
rocking a hair similar. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about this whole, people call them the culture vultures. Someone's in the comments saying this type of obsession they have with black people and their culture needs to be investigated. How do you feel?
I'm just saying, they remind me of that one white family that's on the block. You know what I'm saying? How they be blacker than the whole block.
Right. Yep.
These Kardashians.
But on some real stuff about Khloe's hair, I just really want to call her up and ask her where she got that color from, because I think that's going to be my LA hair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know, that blonde is just, I don't know. I don't like it.
They have fun. Blondes have fun.
Well,
don't be a hater.
I don't know if y'all know or not, but Jada Pinkett has unfollowed the Kardashians, Kim, Khloe, and Kris.
Why?
Because of the Jordan Woods fallout. You know, she had Jordan Woods on her podcast.
Oh, the girl, yeah.
On the Red Table Chronicles. And, you know, they all good friends.
Okay.
Jada's friends with the Kardashians, and I guess she's better friends with Jordan, and she unfollowed. That's serious stuff when you unfollow somebody.
Well, you know, they just came out with that trailer that's very dramatic, and Khloe's all screaming in the phone, and you ruined my family.
Talking about Kris? Oh, talking about Jordan?
Yeah, okay. Also Kylie Jenner.
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly, she kind of backed away from filming for a while because she really didn't want to deal with this whole thing. She's not necessarily taking the side of them with this Jordan thing.
Well, no, she kind of is because she put Jordan out. Jordan was living with her, and she put her out because she thought she was messing with her man. Who don't nobody want that creature. Don't nobody want his man.
So technically, she didn't put her out for her sister. She put her out because
keep her away from her man.
Exactly.
You just going through all our men. You got to go.
Don't nobody want that food.
I mean, I'm just saying, somebody got to get through there and do what they've been doing forever. Like, that's what they do. They
take other people's men.
They do.
Listen, Travis knew nobody wanted him. That's why he got with Kylie.
And they're about to have another kid.
They are?
Probably.
You know what? Now, that's a very smart man because
keep putting them up in there.
All these years, girls been going to get money, going to have babies with the money, and he going,
hey.
Yeah.
What's the little fella that she was with first?
Tiger.
Yeah.
He should have put one in there. Because he's in trouble. That boy, he gets every car repossessed.
He's super lame.
His cars
Very
get
lame.
repoed.
At least
Oh my
Travis
God.
Scott got a career.
Well, he looks like a little boy.
Yeah.
He
So,
does. He like 76 and he still look 15.
Unless she got R. Kelly waves, he would kind of turn you off after a while. Don't nobody want to sleep with no little boy.
You say R. Kelly waves?
R. Kelly waves.
Like, okay.
Oh, that's another topic.
He still got to stand next to that stick at the amusement parks.
Oh, my God.
He little as hell.
Exactly.
Now, listen, y'all, before we go any further, we got to introduce one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. Miss Roz is in the building. Hello, Roz.
Hello.
Miss Roz is the owner of Clayton's Kitchen and known for their seafood mac and cheese. I've eaten
Your
enough of that,
favorite.
for crying out loud. My favorite.
Yes.
And my mom's favorite.
And your mom's.
How you doing, Roz?
I am wonderful. How are you, Billy
Good.
T and crew?
What's up?
Now, let me tell you, Roz just fed us, so if we're a little sluggish.
Oh my God, itis.
So how did you guys like the food? Give me some honest feedback.
Like I said, that food will make you go to the graveyard, find your great grandma, dig her up, slap
She
her,
mean it.
put her back in the grave, put the dirt on top of it, and get back to eating.
It was
Fifi?
seriously amazing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm over here with the itis and sleepy. I satisfied all my munchies, like the bomb. She had yams, greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, right, black eyed peas, like everything slapped. I ain't never been nowhere where everything was slapping. Everything was slapping.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you.
And Miss Roz, wait a minute, TJ, you wanted to get in on that?
Yeah, because, see, I ate, I was hungry, right? And
you
then I
ain't no-
started
He be
eating.
so emotional.
And
Go ahead.
then that food was so good, I got to change my underwear.
Oh, what?
I had an orgasm.
Oh, this boy.
I mean, the
TJ.
food is, you never had food that good?
Was it the food or was it my looks, CJ?
I mean, it's combination of both. It's combination. But, hey.
The food one.
The food, yes.
Just plead the fifth. He's so crazy.
Look out for the podcast coming your way soon. All right, Miss Roz, so talk to us about this kitchen of yours, Clayton's Kitchen. How long you been in business?
Clayton's Kitchen and Catering. We've been in business going on 5 years. We're located in Redford, 3 blocks east of Telegraph Road on Plymouth, 23513 Plymouth Road.
Now, you have an interesting story because, you see these places pop up and you think, oh, that person just opened up a restaurant. But it's not that easy, and it really doesn't work that way. Did you plan on opening a restaurant? Because you started with just what? How did you start? Tell us your story.
Well, I was affiliated with DPS for about 15 years, had a daycare. When the economy plummeted, I like to say Bush to size in 08, 09 and so forth. We went from 60-something kids down to 6 kids.
Wow.
And so when I started pulling money from my house to pay for bills and things of that nature, it was time to give it up. So I went back to my first love of cooking, and I come from a big family, so I'm the youngest, so I watched my mom a lot. And so I just started selling dinners from home. And within 4 years, I went from selling dinners at home to buying a minivan, 2 food trucks, and a restaurant in 4 years.
A minivan, 2 food trucks, and then the restaurant came.
Yes. So, my husband got tired of me cooking at home, and I had to get out. And so I just looked for a building where I could go cook. But, I'm like, why just sit here and cook and, operate the food truck when I can get out here and, have people come and pick up food. And so I opened the restaurant.
And that's been how long now?
Almost 5 years. It'll be our 4th year open in business and the 5th year, including the year I was operating and getting licensing and things taken care of.
Okay.
Yes.
So the food trucks are very popular now. There's a lobster food truck. There's all these specialty food trucks. You don't want to get back into that game, huh?
No, because I had a catering truck, which was a little bit different than the food trucks you see at Eastern Market and things of that nature. With my food truck, the catering truck, it was that you would go to private properties, companies and corporations at lunch and do 15, 20 minutes there and move to the next spot. And to me, that was more beneficial. I enjoyed it. I don't like going to those food truck rallies where people are competing and comparing food.
Oh, gotcha.
it was a little bit too much. But with mine, with the catering truck, you can just hit different plants during lunch break or during a work break and go make your money and keep moving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I worked at the car dealership, I used to love that. And it's like certain people that come by with the certain food trucks, you be waiting on them. And
That's
then
right.
like, wait, where's such and such at?
Yeah.
They don't come, man. They not coming today. And you be so mad.
You be disappointed.
You be like, oh, man.
You would not believe how many people actually depended on me
For lunch.
when I first started.
Yeah.
For lunch on the food truck. I mean, they would get upset if I'm 5 minutes
Yes.
late. They're calling my cell phone.
Where you at?
And, I mean, yeah, exactly.
Like,
I'm
we
stuck
hungry.
in traffic. But it's funny because I had people coming to my truck every day, 5 days a week. I don't eat my own food 5 days a week. I'm like, what are you guys doing here? But that was my stepping stone to where I'm.
Yeah,
where
those
I am
food
now.
trucks are a lifesaver. I remember when I was at the post office, like before you go out, we go in at 6 a.m. and start stacking up mail, and somewhere around 7 o'clock, a food truck would come outside. We'd all run out, get some sandwiches, snacks, eggs, whatever they had, and go back in. That was like a little bit of a lifesaver because you needed something right around that time
And
to
that's
eat.
true.
And yeah, people look forward to that.
And I'm going to say this now that I'm past that point. I was a little illegal with my food truck for
Uh-oh.
the simple fact that, they, those sandwiches, those pre-made sandwiches and
It
stuff.
might have a little
people were
mold
doing-
on them.
Oh, damn.
You smell it and go, yeah, this will last another day.
No,
Cut that
and
little
see-
mold off.
And see, people used to do that. But see, that's what I'm talking about. I was never one of those food trucks, and they wanted me to be one of those food trucks that did the frozen lasagna, the frozen meals, and so forth. I cooked real food on my food truck.
Okay.
And so I stayed up under the radar by cooking at home, and I put real food like what I serve at my restaurant on the food truck.
Okay.
So I wanted to give people something fresh, something they could relate to because I was going to inner city plants and so forth. So I wanted relatable food. I don't want you to come out and spend $4 or $5 on a frozen burger or frozen
Stofers.
lasagna.
Like, this is damn Stofers.
Something from GFS. I mean, I was
Yeah.
on my food truck like cooking food from scratch.
So now when you started your food truck, was that what led to the restaurant, but were you like trying out recipes, or did you have your stuff in place and said, I know this is good? Or did people say, ooh, I really like that, so you made that like a signature dish? Or
I just became creative in the kitchen.
get TJ the mic. Help her out. Just wiggle it a little bit, do something, just tap on it. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
You keep talking, Roz.
Okay, so what happened was...
So what happened was,
What
What happened was...
okay, go ahead, there you go.
Okay, yeah. So I just started playing with recipes. I came up with food recipes. I came up with menu creations that I thought that people would enjoy, that I enjoy cooking, and I took it from there. Because when I first started, I kind of did like an upscale. I want to. We can say anything, right?
Yeah, sure.
I wanted like some upscale.
Oh, yeah, I just lost her, TJ. You need.
Okay.
Let me see. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So it was like an
Testing.
Yeah,
upscale.
we hood up in here. These the hood microphones. They don't work all the time.
So I wanted like an
Kind of like
upscale.
Miss Fifi. I kid.
She was messing with her hair.
Freddie Jackson. I mean Janet Jackson.
I hate him.
So anyway, so you had an upscale thing, meaning
Upscale titty bar type food.
Oh, okay.
I wanted the
Lamb
lamb
chops
chops,
and
the
lobsters
Alfredos, and
yeah.
the steak and things like that.
Yeah,
People were
sure.
not buying it
Really?
where I was at.
you know why? Because you gotta go to the titty bar.
Right.
That's where they want to eat
Yeah.
that at.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow.
$2 lamb
Or
chops.
you know what? Guess what? Or at starters.
They'll buy all that there.
They'll buy it. And
I'm
But
so-
not
not
at
going
the-
there. I'm not a fan at all.
Okay.
and I don't want to knock starters. I don't want to get no beef started there.
Right,
I'm
right,
straight.
right.
But
they
I'm
got
just saying
seafood.
that's where people would go. And so I wasn't getting a lot of play there. And so I said, okay. And within 4 days, I had 20 people come in and say, oh, you don't have no chicken wings. You don't got no macaroni. You don't got no collard greens. And I'm like, no, I got cowboy steaks, lasagna, Alfredos, and this, that, and the
Yeah,
other.
something different.
They didn't want that.
They wanted them wings.
They didn't want the cowboy steak.
They wanted Billy T.
They wanted the chicken wings.
Some macaroni, collard greens.
Stuff that they can cook at home but don't no more.
That's
Exactly.
right.
So I switched it up within a week. I switched it up, and ever since then, things have been moving upward.
You got to give the people what they want.
Exactly.
That is true. Well, you've got some great dishes as we have just experienced, but my favorite is the seafood mac and cheese. I don't think I've been there yet and haven't bought the seafood.
No,
mac
you have
and
not.
cheese. It's that good. I mean, it's incredible. That's what got me hooked. and your fish is excellent. Your greens are excellent. Your black-eyed peas are excellent. And now the new thing on the menu, talking about food at a podcast, you know what I was thinking about? I was thinking about Jada Pinkett Smith's Red Table Talks. Mm-hmm. I love that show. They sit there around this red table, but there's never any food on the table. They just sit there and talk. I would like to do a podcast or a show. And then you watch like MSNBC in the morning. Like on the weekends, they'll have all these donuts and things, and nobody ever eats the donuts. I'm like, and finally I saw that people are starting to eat them. They probably said, look, eat the donuts, it's okay.
So you want to keep it real.
I want to have some food, and we just sit around and eat and talk.
Okay.
Would that be too much?
No,
Well,
let
that
Clayton's
one
Kitchen
person-
cater it.
Okay.
The one person can't talk. I mean, eat with their mouth closed and.
Well, you know
what I mean?
it might get a little messy, a little tricky. But I don't know. I just think that would be
But
cool.
that would be sweet, though. That would be sweet.
I think we should try that, guys. We should.
Just
We
let Clayton's
almost
Kitchen
did it
cater
tonight.
Yeah.
But hey, the food's incredible. Guys, everybody here had the food. What did you think? Oh, did I ask you already?
Oh, yeah.
I did ask you? Oh, okay.
I think that's why we over here slow motion.
I was
Right.
going to say,
think
everything's
you say that,
moving a
like,
little
it's
bit
just-
slow right
yeah,
now.
we just
So
a
y'all
little
would
bit-
cater any kind of event?
Yes, we do catering, and it's not just soul food. We do all types of food. We cater weddings, showers, pastor dinners. We have repast specials starting at $5 a person.
Repast special.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
you know,
Repast
hey,
special.
the after the funeral meal.
Now, yeah, I want to ask a question about the repast. Every repast I have went to, how come the fried chicken just tastes just extra good at a repast?
Because you've been
morning
sitting there for
chicken.
3 hours and you're hungry.
It's just extra, no matter what kind of chicken it is.
It's just good.
That's
Yes.
sorrow chicken. That's that weeping chicken. It makes me feel like that.
So anyway, do you have chicken for like after court appearances? Because Jussie Smollett, all the charges have been dropped, guys.
But he's not
Yes.
fully exonerated.
Just like Donald Trump,
Right,
not fully
exactly.
exonerated.
He's not fully
He
exonerated
just ain't
yet.
going to jail right now.
He got to pay, what, $10,000?
Well, the
too?
$10,000 was his bail. They keep that anyway. That they keep. What the mayor of Chicago is asking for is $130,000, which to cover the cost of the investigation.
Yeah,
overtime.
I don't doubt it.
You okay with that?
I think that he should have to pay something.
Yeah, $130,000. He got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
He got it.
Whatever the cost is for you to inconvenience these people like this.
Have
because
Lucius pay for it.
Lucius, go ahead and pay it. Cookie be like, Lucius, pay that boy his money.
Because I still feel like even though he got off, and I ain't I ain't hating or nothing like that. I just think it was some shit in the game. I'm sorry.
I say charge it to oppression and say slavery. Let him slide.
Let him slide. Well, now let's face it. He did do. You can't lie about something like that. It's too serious of an issue.
Exactly.
And did you know that he has been nominated for an NAACP award? Which is coming
Behind
on this
this?
weekend. Wait a minute. He may have been nominated before the incident.
Of course.
But I would think that they would pull that nomination at this point, wouldn't you?
So. I mean, but
Yeah.
at the same time, black people, we ain't about to pull it back.
No, we got to make a point.
If it was the Oscars, he wouldn't have got.
Yeah, he got to go.
They would have took you. You would have had to erase the old headline that was on the internet and everything. There wouldn't have been no word, no nothing about him
Ever being nominated.
Ever.
But
nothing.
you know us.
Yeah,
we gonna give it to him
yeah,
anyway.
we trying to prove a point. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
right.
Well, let him have it then.
Well, how come with all that, what's going to happen since Donald Trump said, yo, I want the department, the DOJ,
to investigate.
to investigate the Chicago Jussie Smollett thing.
Yeah. And
So what happens then?
well, we'll have to see. Because if he says it, he gets whatever he wants. He can day.
Is he trying to be petty because of the
Yes.
this whole thing?
Yes, he is.
His contusion situation and stuff.
Contusion. There was no contusion. No contusion. You have a thought on that, Miss Roz?
You know what? I don't follow a lot of celebrity lifestyles that I am not involved in.
Oh,
I
girl,
don't.
you don't know what you're missing.
She said, I'm famous enough on my own. I don't blame you, honey.
I'm trying to be, and I
feel
want y'all to follow me one day or something. You know,
Well, we follow your food. That's
we
for
following
sure.
you home at the end
To the
in
restaurant?
the morning. Yes, we gonna be there.
She gonna be like the Detroit Sweetie Pies, and I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna be like, I know her.
I'm trying to get
Yeah.
there. I am so trying.
Yeah. Whenever it does that, just do that right there.
Okay.
There you go. When you hear that static,
hit
just slap it a little bit.
Fifi, you know how we have to do it. You know, we got to work it out, Fifi.
Is that how you
I
work it?
wish I had the camera on.
You worked it.
I wish I had the camera on.
You got to get that attention some kind of way.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Miss Roz from Clayton's Kitchen. I didn't know you was rolling like that, girl.
Fifi made me do it.
Hey, she is a Detroiter.
You say,
8 Mile.
All right. Speaking of awards, Jay-Z and Beyonce received the GLAAD Media Awards, and
Is that the presidential award or something?
it was the Gay and Lesbian Awards, of
something like that.
something like that.
Yeah. It was,
But
it
they
was
were very
rainbow.
emotional, and because Jay-Z, of course, his mother is a lesbian.
Is
And
she?
yes, and he did a record about her, and she's on the record, and he was very proud of that. And Beyonce talked about her uncle who was gay. I think he died of AIDS, and he helped raise her, so she mentioned him. So they, I don't know. Does anybody not have a gay in their family?
I don't.
You don't?
I don't have nobody gay.
You
on.
got someone
I'll
they
send my
just had
cousin. I'll send
in
my
the
cousin
closet.
over there. He can.
They're up in the closet. They're there.
But I would say most people, a lot of people, somewhere in the line have somebody,
Yeah.
Or a close friend.
or a close
TJ?
friend or
Close
somebody. You know somebody.
Yeah,
My
the
one
close
gay
friend.
cousin-
Somebody you worked
yeah,
with
yeah.
or
Oh,
something.
Yeah, he in jail now.
He's at home.
No, Charles Pugh is in
He
jail.
had to go back for review.
That was his boy, Charles Pugh.
Him
He
downstairs.
had to do some gay review right quick. He had to go back and start back at the
Him
drawing board.
downstairs.
So I had a gay cousin.
Uh-huh.
I do have a gay cousin.
I do too.
He is a mess, right?
Yep, same thing. Same here.
He
Love him
right.
dearly,
Like,
but
let me
he's
tell you, he like hard, tough as nails and everything. And I guess he, prison turned him gay because he was in there for a long time.
Oh, really?
Yes, and
Oh, that can happen?
yes, and
That's a real thing.
I think so.
That's why I'm not going to jail.
And he had a dude named Cashmere that they still together.
Cashmere.
With. Right, exactly. They was
A
together
Negro named Cashmere. You
Yes.
already know.
Exactly. They've been together for a long time. So his mom died some years ago, and we was all at the funeral and stuff. So we come back from the repast. I mean, from the great
The repast.
from the
$5
cemetery.
specials at
Right.
Clayton's Kitchen.
we coming back to the church to get them $5 plates from Clayton's and everything. And would you know that I didn't pay attention to it, but I saw them walking out the church with some boxes, like with the big speaker box, like right.
Uh-oh.
And these niggas stole the amp from the church at
Wow.
his own mama's funeral. And do you know, to
Wow.
this day, this was about probably like almost 10. Listen, this is some true stuff. This was almost about 10 years ago, and they have a juke joint in further south in Mississippi, right where they at, and they still have that same
With the
amp.
church shit.
They started up them juke joint with
With
the
that
speakers,
speaker.
with the speaker and the sound system that they stole from
I'll
the
be
church at his mama
doggone.
funeral.
Now, Billy,
Oh, my God.
That's a story.
that
Ain't
is
it?
some nigga shit.
Ain't it?
For sure.
Oh, my God.
that crazy?
That's crazy,
I
man.
love it. Leave it at
At least
Fifi.
they put it to good use. I mean,
They still
They
got them a
didn't
juke
put it in a
joint.
pawn shop.
Yes. They,
Well, you know what? If the pastors can steal our money and
oh,
the male
God.
the male members women,
the male
then
members women.
yeah, then we can steal their speakers. I approve this message.
This just in, TJ, Michigan State beat LSU 80-63. They
Bracket
reached the
still
Elite
alive.
Eight.
Yes.
Your
and they're
bracket
gonna
still
go
good?
They gonna
all the
do
way.
tambourines
All right. So
Sunday.
there
They're
we
going to go
go.
all the way.
Michigan State, go green. All right. What else you guys have?
Oh, hey, you hear about the dude in Hawaii, right?
Which one is that?
What?
The dude. Which dude in Hawaii? No, I haven't heard.
Oh, well, he stole his cousin's car, right? And he was going to the store. He got pulled over. The cops say, yo, you in a stolen car? He's like, no, it's not stolen. My cousin asked me to go to the store for him. So
Okay. Well, what was the problem?
he said he was going to get Pepsi.
Mm-hmm.
So the cousin was like, no, he stole my car.
Oh my God.
So he went to the judge. The judge said, okay, now he already spent 3 months in jail behind that.
Behind stealing the car?
Behind stealing the car. He
Okay.
said, I'm not going to steal no cars no more. My cousin just sent me to the store for his favorite drink, and my favorite drink
Which was?
was Pepsi.
Remy.
Oh.
It was Pepsi.
And he turned gay in jail.
Go ahead.
So the judge was like, all right. He put him on probation for 4 years. And then those 4 years.
It's a long damn time for probation.
Right. He can't drink Pepsi
Oh,
for
stop.
4 years.
Stop
Seriously.
it. No.
Can't drink Pepsi.
That's his punishment?
and yep.
So what if he gets caught drinking Pepsi? He goes
gotta
to
go
jail?
back to jail.
Oh, come on.
Oh, my
Yeah, I'm
God.
like, man, that's silly.
You
That's
know what, though? I'm a Coke
Daily
guy
News
anyway.
or something?
I
Yeah,
prefer
it's on
Coca-Cola
News.
to Pepsi anyway, so that wouldn't be a problem.
He better put that Pepsi in the Faygo bottle and keep it pushing.
Like cola.
Right.
But yeah, I thought that was the strangest, you know,
That's very strange.
like how you know if I'm drinking a Pepsi or
His
not.
baby mama gonna tell like they always do.
Yep. He was drinking Pepsi, Your Honor.
Right.
I told him I was going to tell.
Straight drop a dime on them.
Wow.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, what's up with Cardi B? She's on
still
top of the
breathing.
world. And now she said it herself, something about drugging and robbing men
Well,
back in the
Raquel.
day. Rocky, do you have that story?
You know, basically the short of it.
Okay.
The stripper etiquette or the stripper culture, rather.
Okay,
Let me
yeah,
say-
mhm.
Etiquette is the wrong word. They set people up. Shoot, they be
What-
tricking. She went to go tricking with some, somebody's ninjas, somebody's sons,
Somebody's son.
and drug them and take their stuff. The thing about it is people are in an outrage. They want to cancel her. And, you got some people saying
Cancel her from what?
because
For drug and raping.
Endorsements.
they're trying, right, they're trying to.
She is getting a lot of endorsements. I just saw
Drugging
another
and raping.
Pepsi commercial. She's on a commercial for the Palms in Las Vegas. She's getting some endorsements.
Maybe that's something she should have kept to herself.
This okay, so
Absolutely.
this
You know
happened.
that.
Yeah.
She brought this
It's
up
the
years
code.
ago.
Why would you do that? You're
No.
breaking the code.
But why is it
Listen,
just now coming out?
Cardi B has always been straightforward, too blunt, and I agree with you. People put too much stuff on social media. Probably at that time, she didn't foresee her being who she is today. Now, what I do give her credit for, why people want to compare her to R. Kelly and Bill Cosby, is not a comparison because, number one, the girl is extremely young. Number one, she was even younger when she did this. Number two, she's admitting to what she did, something neither one of those two did. And I don't even know if Bill Cosby is guilty. I'm just saying.
guilty, Camille.
I have my questions
I'm
about
telling
that.
you,
But R. Kelly, for
those
sure,
women
without a
like
shadow of a doubt, is
Quaaludes.
guilty.
I didn't.
She
drug
admitted to her
those
wrongs,
women,
and she's
Camille.
not doing it now. And I think it's sad we want to throw everybody to the cross and crucify them. Listen, if we all said everything we did, people want to cancel us too.
That's why you shut up.
Yeah, that's why you shut
why
up.
you shut up.
Like I said,
100%.
I don't follow a lot of these stories, celebrity stories, but from what I'm getting the gist of, if she did this as a stripper, right, and there's no legality in it because they were probably dope dealers. So
Yeah.
if they're illegal doing an illegal sex transaction,
They was tricking
with her.
But still, like I hear y'all. However, I just feel like at the end of the day, one is levels to it. So if that is what she was doing, everybody knows that when you do certain things that you're supposed to shut up about, shut up. So for you to come out and tell on yourself,
Snitches get stitches.
yeah, when we was kids, exactly. When you was kids and when you went and told on yourself, you still got your tail whooped. It'd just be like, okay, maybe the licks ain't gonna be so hard. I ain't gonna beat the skin off you, but I am gonna beat the brakes off your ass because you knew better. You know what I'm
But
saying?
that's why they have a
And-
term young and dumb.
And no, because what if she would have dropped too many drops of Visine and somebody drink and she killed them? I don't care how old you are, you still committed murder. So at the end of the day, because she knew what she was doing was malicious at the time. I'm not saying that she should just have all of this stuff done to her or nothing like that or whatever, because I don't think that the other people should either, because everybody was consensual, and that when you come in this door that anything goes.
Exactly.
But if you are in this being malicious and you have malicious intent, and especially if you want to just go and be brave enough or like boisterous enough to go and say that you did it, you should get whatever coming to you. So who's to say that people haven't been looking for her, you know what I'm saying, and you just put it out there or whatever, and it's like, I did have
Like, that was
600,000 in my
her.
purse and she took my shit,
Exactly.
like, you know what I'm saying, and they come back and get her, you can't be mad at that. You can't be mad, and we shouldn't be standing outside with no candles either because somebody knocked her off because she, admitted to what she did and somebody retaliated. Are they wrong for retaliating?
Hey, I get what you're saying, but this is what I'm really trying to figure out. You mean to tell me a few years ago somebody... Okay, so we know once we put something out on social media, it's there. Whether you delete it or not, it's there, right? If nothing else, Facebook, Instagram, they're holding it on their servers, right? So Who am I to believe saved and leaked this? The people over social media or some common fool just saved her life and waited one day and said, I'm going to leak this?
I mean, of course, it's probably a tramp
Is
that was envious of somebody hating in the strip club. Like,
just hold on to it for years.
Yeah. Or she could.
Or did she leak it herself?
Right.
Yeah,
Or she could have put it out there herself.
That's what I'm saying.
That would really be stupid.
Well, there you go.
As long as people talk about you, you remain relevant, regardless if it's negative or positive.
Yep, I heard
relevance.
that. I heard that.
Because
all
me,
news is good. I mean, it's good. All press is good press.
Yep, exactly.
because me personally, I got things on tape from when I traveled.
Yes, you do.
Like what?
You don't want to know. You don't want to know.
All this miscellaneous stuff.
I'm just saying. No, well, it was a crew of it, but so I'm not going. That tape is never going to get out.
Bust those,
right?
With
So,
all your friends, I know.
Because if that tape got out, no charges would be held up against nobody. But still,
Did they graduate? Everybody graduated.
Everybody graduated,
Okay,
but still,
You ain't pee on nobody.
it just. Well, I mean, I'm saying describe P.
Everybody graduated.
Oh, come on now. Come on.
That's the story you stick to.
Yeah,
everybody
graduated.
Yeah,
everybody
I
over
just say
21.
that.
Everybody was halfway under consent. So
Did anybody get peed on?
You going too far. You
Wow,
supposed to say
really,
everybody
Rocky?
graduated.
I know you're an R. Kelly fan, but
So now the truth comes out. You see who really down for
right,
it.
who really down? We thought you were just playing. We see who really down.
First of all, TJ is always talking about the PP tape. So I'm just playing along with him.
Yeah, hey, I want to see that tape too.
Oh.
With that new R. Kelly tape, I want to compare it to the old one.
What
actually,
is wrong with him?
Oh, you got the collection. You want to
Right.
complete the collection, huh?
and then I want to see the Trump tape too. To see how disgusted and appalled I am by it. I want to see that.
I don't want to see his little bitty hands and his orange face.
Y'all
That's
better get y'all some 3D glasses so you could at least see the thing coming.
Miss Riles, I see you looking at these people like, are they really talking about this stuff?
You know what I think? I
enjoying
think
it.
that Donald Trump has a navel for a penis. That's what I
Oh
think.
my God! Okay, we're not gonna go
You
there.
talking
Okay.
about like one of them days when you got to put a quarter in back in the day? They taped the quarter down too.
No,
Okay.
he might have an Audi, but that's it.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. On to brighter news, more happier neuse. Janet Jackson. Speaking of Janet Jackson,
That's me.
Control.
Freddie. Hey, Freddie, your cousin Janet Jackson
I hate you.
Janet Jackson
is in the new class for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. TJ,
Yes.
How about that?
She is.
That's what's up.
Her and Def Leppard.
Def Leppard,
Yes.
and a few others.
Is that Ozzy Osbourne people?
No.
I just keep wanting to say Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Why I don't know, but TJ had some crazy stories about Ozzy Osbourne too. I think TJ knew some of these people, man.
Yeah.
Were you there, TJ?
I mean, you know how it goes when you go out of town at different conventions and different hotels and
You run
things
into
that
people.
are going on. Yeah, it's like when we was down in where was it? Maui? No, not Maui. We was in California, and we got to see Breed perform. That's the last picture I took of Breed when we was there. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Was that in Palm Springs?
Palm Springs.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
where we
yeah.
were at.
Mm-hmm.
What the
Yeah,
hell
so-
y'all do over there? Y'all just like, oh yeah, don't say nothing. What happened?
No, Palm Springs was cool.
You know, what happens in Palm Springs,
That's Vegas. That's
Yeah,
Vegas.
it would
you got
happen.
your cities mixed up. You supposed to tell what happened.
Vegas
in
ain't
Palm
too far
Springs.
from Palm Springs. It's a 2-hour drive. I mean, you
Well,
know.
y'all should have took them 2 hours so you don't tell the story. But since it happened in Palm Springs, what happened?
It was just a party.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing new.
I put a clothespin on my nipple.
You're so
about that?
nasty.
I don't know what has this thing has deteriorated. Miss Riles is usually, you know what? I'm doing something over here. I'm preoccupied. That's why this is getting out of hand. I thought you guys had some more news and information for us, but apparently not.
No, I do.
You got another story?
So don't you know Trump is pissed off, and he said that all
Trump.
Yeah, I cannot stand him. And he said that all of these immigrants keep coming over here by the droves and everything, and I think it was like
The droves?
by the droves. In the droves, both of them. They've been coming over here in both of them, and he said that he was going to close off the border. He was threatening to close off the border if Mexico didn't get a ring, didn't get wraps around them letting all these immigrants come over here too fast.
Well, his wife brought him over here. She's an immigrant too. Tell him to shut up. and shove it up his.
Well, he's
Oh,
pissed
hey,
off because
hey.
he said that they taking up all of the everything and they keep coming over here getting all the bridge cards and we don't even have a chance to get none.
And he's taking up all the spray tan.
Oh, you better. She is crazy.
But he didn't mind the illegal immigrants working for him when they was coming over and he wasn't paying them.
I just saw a
He said it's
story
like hundreds of thousands of them.
about an immigrant that was his like head security guy, I guess down in Mar-a-Lago, and he was a driver, and he was legally carrying a gun. He had a family. He came over here when he was about 30, which was about 7 or 8 years ago.
Right.
And not from Mexico though. He was from somewhere else, like Europe, like Russia. I don't know. But he came over. He was an immigrant. And he was their head security guy, their head driver. He'd pick up the kids, the kids from the airport and the whole family. They all knew him well, and ICE got him and are holding him to deport him. They haven't deported him yet, but the man is married with kids. He's paying taxes. He legal had a gun permit, so he's not hiding.
Right.
He's working, and through Trump's initiatives. ICE went and got his ass.
Well, he needs to snitch. And I think that's Melania's side piece.
Oh, goodness. This girl is such a conspiracy
I'm
theorist.
thinking, did Trump actually have something to do with him
You got to
being...
slap that thing, baby. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
No, did Trump actually have something to do with him being caught?
Yep, that's
his-
my
because-
theory.
because
That's
of the
her
side piece.
Celebrity birthdays. Cheryl James. You know who that is? Y'all don't know.
That's, no.
I know
What
Cheryl
you
Crow.
thinking?
Cheryl James. I was thinking about Shirley Ralph, I think.
Okay, yeah, no.
Yeah, that's
Cheryl
what
James, CJ, I'm a little bit embarrassed that
She
you don't know who
related
that
to Anna
is.
James.
No. Salt of Salt and Pepper.
Oh, sure. Oh,
What?
Cheryl James.
Push it
old
real
is she?
good.
How old do you think Salt is?
52.
Ooh, that's close.
53.
53.
And I heard she's in the movies. They got a movie with her. They haven't hit the scene yet, but it's her and Tretch and somebody else.
Well,
that the
Tretch was married to the other one. Was
Oh,
married to
okay.
Pepper.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
The one that looks unrecognizable.
Does she now?
Don't she?
She looks that different?
Wow.
Is she the one with the fake
Google
booty?
her.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like she's trying to do a lot of stuff to make herself look young, but it's really making her look old.
Yeah, her
and
daughter raps. I believe she's
Yeah.
on
saw
Growing
her
Up
on
Hip
that
Hop.
show. Growing
She
Up
started
Hip-Hop.
like
Yes.
a Black Crypt Keeper.
Yes.
Wow, that's too bad.
Do y'all believe that Tretch beat that woman up?
Tretch used to beat her?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tretch, he got into that porno and stuff, right?
He's not a bad looking dude.
Tretch was a
Tretch
porn
was
star.
doing porno?
Tretch
Yeah.
did porno?
Yeah, Tretch was a porn star for a long time.
I got her and
Wait, my
whoever
head is
his baby
ready.
mama
Did you
is.
see him?
No, I did. I saw him from above
Oh,
what they
shit.
showed on
That don't
TV.
count.
I don't
See,
watch
did
porn.
You, see him?
You trying to see what luggage she packing with?
Yeah, well, did you see him? Like,
No, but I
You
heard
trying-
Tretch was the man.
He got
Yeah,
luggage?
he was in the 90s.
got
That was in the
luggage?
90s. Google him, yeah. All that porn stuff.
Yeah, him and his baby mama. I thought it was Peppy.
It wasn't Pepper. He had Pepper in this porn video?
Yeah.
Now, was that something they did to get
No,
they got
but he
out?
became a porn star.
He became
on
an
his
actual
solo.
porn star?
Yes, yes.
I never heard anything about this.
Tretch was a porn star.
Oh,
Google
yeah, I
that.
heard that. I heard Tretch was doing.
Really?
But then that's when I heard that him and his baby mama
Oh, he nasty.
had the
huh?
video.
Oh, he
They had a
nasty,
video.
huh?
Him and Pepper.
Yeah, Pepper.
So that may
Well, they
have
were
come
married for a
out
while,
prior to him becoming a porn
prior.
But
star.
once he came out, he probably said, hey, I'm going all the way.
Yeah.
Well, Snoop used to host some of those. They some videos, some of the hip hoppers were hosting them, but they weren't in the video. They would be,
Hosting pornos?
Tretch,
Yeah.
Tretch was doing his
and
thing.
Tretch was doing his thing. I'll be
Getting
doggone.
busy, baby.
I did not know that.
Pumping hard and fast.
Well, Cheryl Salt James is 53. Lady Gaga. How do you think Lady Gaga is?
37.
35.
33.
They age differently.
They do age
I
differently.
heard they age like dog years.
Yeah. So really, she's 72.
That's, you know what? I don't want to talk about nobody, but Lady Gaga never did anything for me.
Me
I
neither.
never thought she was that cute.
She ain't-
And I mean, I'm not blown away by her, outfits and all her stage.
Her money makes her cute.
No, it
No,
don't.
she looks
No,
better
it doesn't.
without all
Really,
that
it don't
extra
mean-
stuff.
Yeah,
she
she
does.
does. She
She
does.
looks better with all that extra.
She started to
still ain't
strip
cute.
herself down.
Well, I like her better without all the extra.
Yeah.
But
she got a
she's-
documentary or something on Netflix.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, but I haven't watched that.
And then she just became unengaged to her fiance for somebody was cheating or something. I think she was. I don't know.
I'm so sick of people just trying to. This technology to mess it all up.
Hey, that's like who's that? Nick Cannon. He got married, And
to
then,
Mariah Carey?
no.
Oh, he got married since then?
Yeah, and then they had 4 hours.
Oh, that was Nicolas Cage.
Cage, yeah.
Okay.
Nicolas Cage, yeah. He got married in Vegas, and 4 hours later he
hours
said,
like, yo, this ain't
what the
going-
hell? What the hell did I do?
We was drunk.
After he got sober, he took that nap
He
and woke
sobered
up.
up.
Like, wait a minute.
Did I just marry this girl? But they've been dating for about a year, and then so they went to Vegas, decided to get married, and then he found out she wasn't no good. And
I would have broke up with him right after that.
But I saw him on one of those celebrity shows that he went. My fame took me broke or got me broke or something.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, he lost.
he went
a
through
lot of
money like it was nothing.
Yes.
He bought stupid stuff.
He had like hundreds of cars.
Yeah,
Nicolas
Nicolas
Cage.
Cage
Really?
Yes, I didn't know he
wasted
had
money.
that much money.
Oh yeah, he made plenty of money for a
Yeah,
while
you
there.
know, for a minute, he was in everything.
Everything.
He was the man.
And then he had to be in everything just to make money
He
to
was
pay off his
affiliated.
debts.
Who was he affiliated
His
with?
uncle
though?
is Francis Ford Coppola.
Yeah.
That's his uncle.
The mom.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And
So
and he didn't pay his taxes and stuff too.
I think he
got
had some
taxes.
issues like that too. Yeah.
Ron Isley.
Hey.
Ron Isley.
Hey, Lil
Wesley
Wayne.
Snipes.
Lil Wayne just paid his tax bill $14 million.
$14 million?
He just broke the IRS off.
Wow.
He's straight now.
So they ain't gonna be looking for me for a minute.
Hey
Hell,
man,
I
if
can
you
keep running.
owe
Shit.
$14 million, you got some loot, man. That's a big
Yes.
tax bill right there.
Yes, it is.
Vince Vaughn, actor Vince Vaughn's 49 years old. Julia Stiles, the white girl that was always dating a black dude in the movies. Remember her? Honey. Wasn't that Honey?
Oh, okay.
No, that was Jessica Alba. But she was in all the movies with the black guys for a while. She had to break out of that because she was getting stereotyped. She's 38.
Nigger lover.
You remember Kate at Kate plus 8?
Yeah.
Kate Gosselin?
Yeah, she was kind of evil, wasn't she?
She was mean as a rattlesnake, baby.
How old do you think she is? With all them damn
44?
kids.
About 78.
44. Who said 44?
44.
Excellent.
See what oh, that's that
You
dog
used to watch
ear.
the show, huh?
I thought she
No.
was like 78,
No,
79.
only saw her at the grocery store on the Enquirer or
Oh,
whatever
okay.
she was on.
Reba McEntire, the queen of country music.
78.
82.
No, 66.
64. Very good.
Oh,
You-
She
she's that
is
old?
something else.
for somebody who don't
doesn't
keep up
really
with entertainment news,
She's old. That's why I know her.
She doesn't look that old.
she looks good. She looks good.
Yeah.
Speaking of Nick Cannon, Mariah Carey, his ex-wife. Because Nick Cannon's what, in his 30s? 35
like-
maybe?
No, he probably like
But
30.
How much older was she than him?
A lot older.
Okay, how old do you think she is now?
Now she's
47,
50.
48.
no.
You two are right in the middle. They're close.
49?
49.
40, oh, okay.
Nick is what? Nick is about 35?
No,
maybe?
you should be
he
about
like
40,
37.
41.
No,
No,
about
he's not
40
that
maybe.
old. I don't think
I
he's
think
that
he's
old.
under 40.
I think he's like 37.
I'm going to give Nick,
38.
or late 30s at the most.
He's probably right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fergie, another famous singer,
My humps.
47.
44. 44.
She looks horrible.
Right.
For 44.
And she doesn't look horrible.
Well, for
She's a
44.
nice looking girl.
That's
Maybe
the one-
54. Maybe that's a typo.
When she was on first class, she was fly.
She never.
She was
never,
fly when she was with the black
was
eyed
that
people.
deal to
Dennis
me.
Rodman. Wasn't that Dennis Rodman?
No, that was Carmen Electra.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
What happened to her?
Isn't she
She's still
married?
around.
She's
Isn't
probably
she
about
married
54 too.
Ain't she married to Mark Wahlberg's brother?
No.
Who is that?
No, that's Julie
McCarthy.
Julie McCarthy.
Yeah, okay.
Julie
I
McCarthy.
knew it was one of them.
Yeah.
Carmen Electra's pretty.
They all look alike.
Yeah. Roz!
They're white.
She's fitting right in now. Quentin Tarantino, TJ, Pulp
That's my
Fiction.
boy.
Oh, he.
Your favorite director.
60 something. He like maybe
He not
60.
No.
He
He's
like 50
58.
something.
58, 59.
I think
Miss
he like
Roz
50
is so confident with her answers, I almost believe her. Is that what do you guys say?
I think he like 50
he's
something. I don't think he's 60 yet.
60 something.
He's 56. So you were very close, Roz.
Okay.
Because he's old. I know them all.
You know the old ones.
I know the old ones.
Well, listen, guys, it has been a lot of fun. Miss Roz from Clayton's Kitchen, thank you for coming by, feeding
you
us
for
today, and
Yes.
hanging out with us.
Yeah.
We
Make sure you
appreciate
check
you.
us out.
You are an
23513
angel.
Plymouth Road.
And if I want to cater an event, what do I do?
Call us. You can call the restaurant at 313-543-3233 or call us on our catering line at 313-566-3663 and we can service all of your hunger needs. Come in, check us out, get some catfish, macaroni cheese, collard greens, turkey chops, pork chops, chitlins, all that good stuff.
Name
Oxtails.
it.
Hey, you
We
said
cook it all.
chitlins?
We got some chitterlings.
So how long in advance do you need to know? So I can't call you up tomorrow like, yo, I'm having a party today.
Man,
Come
clean
on
them
over.
chitlins.
It all depends. You know, money talk.
Hey,
Clayton smooth.
That's going to wrap up the Billy T. Detroit Radio podcast number 110. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
110. Yeah.
And we will see you next time.